It is the 11th of 11, the 11th of November, 2015, and I wanted to give Andor a treat. Whoops, Valentino has been eating. He just decided to go off and see Karin. I wanted to respond to something that our friend Harry Faber said recently about refugees here in Europe. Germany is getting, of course, the majority of refugees. Germany has a very, very effective and viable social system. And this is not a secret, of course. And as a consequence, the refugees believe or know that they will be treated well here. And since oftentimes, I see there's a kind of strong reflection here, that's better perhaps. Since one sees generally, what should I say, the worst possible stories in the news and on television, I wanted to mention how things are going here in our village. We have it's a small village, only 600 people, and we have a mayor, Bürgermeister, who has taken an initiative like many, and I want to say this is not a single case here. There are many of villages and towns like ours where they have taken the initiative to welcome refugees, particularly from Syria. And we have 30 here in our village, a village of 600 people. We have 30, not just Syrians, but other nationalities. And they live in a large remodeled house. The house was remodeled especially for them. A man had it done. He gets paid for that, of course. He gets a certain amount of money per person that lives there. The people in the village have been very open, and the refugees have been very open. We've had very nice contact with them. We had actually a kind of a meeting, a party, and yes, a party last, I don't know when it was, in July, I think, probably. And they cooked their national dishes for us, and we provided them with some European or German dishes as well. And we had a very nice visit. A few of them could speak English. None of them could speak German, but at that time at least. But a few could speak English. And Karin and I had a very nice conversation with a number of them. And one in particular told us, he said, you know, how did he put it? He said, when the house is on fire, you have to run out. And he said, some people here think that we came here to take advantage of the system here. We didn't want to leave our country, but in our country, the house is on fire. And he said, it's escape to wherever we can, or probably die there. And when you think about that situation, you understand how important it is that these people are welcomed somewhere in the world. So we have our house here. They've had to actually ask people to stop bringing gifts and things because the house is getting full. I think people were looking around at anything they thought was usable. They wanted to bring them, and it's gotten to the point, I guess, where they really don't need any more now. I tell you this just so that you realize that things are not always like they're reported in the newspapers. I've noticed, since I read the German and the American news magazines and some newspapers, I I get that. I know how things are being reported, and they're not being reported accurately. I can say that for sure. In Germany, they're being reported a little too positively, perhaps. And Valentine. Oh, he just came and brought me a string. Hello, my sweetie. Out of bed, Steinschatz. Yeah. In the American papers, I've noticed it's a tendency to just, well, there's been a lot of false reporting, that's for sure. There have been reports of things that never happened. There are, especially among conservative elements, and there is a tendency to want to lie to make a point. And if you have to lie to make a point, you don't have a point to make, really. So that said, I'm not painting a completely rosy picture here. It is where we live. It's very rosy. It's very nice. These men, the young men that are refugees here, are working for the communal services here. They don't get paid for it, but they have something to do and they enjoy doing it. They're very good workers, very hard workers. They cleaned up all of our leaves here just without asking. They came by with a leaf blower and everything and just cleaned up everything. And the streets haven't been so clean. And so everything's fine here. There are, of course, hot spots in the east in Germany. There are a lot of elements that want to see disharmony, and that's going to be everywhere, I guess. So that's all I have to say about that. I won't probably be making a lot of videos in the next few days or weeks or months or years. Fallout 4 came out yesterday. It came out yesterday, and I installed it. Bethesda got it right this time. Their servers worked, so the updates were could all be made within a few hours. Fallout 4 is a very, very big game. It's absolutely fascinating. I spent days, weeks, and years in Fallout 3 in the wasteland, and Fallout 4 I think is considerably larger yet, so I'll be spending a lot of time in post-apocalypse, 200 years after apocalypse, Boston and the Boston area. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day.